Hello, this is Diana. This is my Trailblazers of the Universe YouTube channel. On my channel, I'm helping you fearlessly and unapologetically live your best, most authentic life. I am helping you break through your barriers and transcend any limitations that you may have. If that sounds good to you, make sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons. So today's video is going to be 7 signs that your higher self is trying to get your attention. What is your higher self? So your higher self is a powerful extension of yourself. Imagine the most enlightened, best version of you that is free from ego and aligned with universal truth and a higher level of consciousness. And your higher self embodies wisdom and peace. Your higher self can be seen as your spiritual guide as well, which will steer you towards choices that nurture your growth and align you with your purpose. When you're tapping into your higher self, you're tapping into infinite love and wisdom. So, the 7 signs that your higher self is trying to get your attention. Number 1, synchronicities. You're always being given signs. It just, are you tapped in? Are you paying attention? They can come through songs. They can come in repeating numbers, angel numbers, symbols. You might see it while you're driving somewhere. You might see a title of something, of a book that really gets your attention and it stands out to you. There's so many different ways we could have synchronicities. And it's all about the meaning that we give them. Often it will be something that we're thinking and that we know that we need to do to grow spiritually, or to make like that choice that's more aligned with our higher self. And then you'll see some kind of connection, some kind of sign, right, that you're on the right path. Synchronicities could also come through people. Someone will say the exact thing that you needed to hear. It's important to take a mental note and maybe even journal when you get these synchronicities. Now, don't sit there and overanalyze them and like sit there all day trying to make everything a sign that maybe isn't, but you know, certain things will stick out to you a little more. You'll be drawn to certain things. The second sign that your higher self is trying to get your attention is through roadblocks, obstacles, delays, accidents. These are more when you're not on the right path, or there's something that really needs your attention that maybe you're not seeing. Sometimes we miss signs from our higher self because we're too distracted with other things, right? Or we're doing things that maybe we shouldn't be doing. Making the message louder so it gets your attention because you're not tapping into it. You're not getting the point. And this even through rejection. Sometimes something doesn't work out and it's because something better is coming, or that is not going to align you with your higher self or your purpose. Number 3 is your intuition is heightened. You'll get more intuitive nudges to do certain things, or it's almost like that gentle inner voice, that inner knowing. Some things you just know are meant for you, or you're just drawn to. It's like, it's very natural. It doesn't feel so forced. It just flows, right? Make sure you take note of those intuitive nudges. What's your intuition telling you? Sometimes we go against our own intuition. And what happens when we do that? We'll see sometimes synchronicities that show us, you should have done this, or hey, you should be doing this instead, right? Number 4 is vivid dreams. Pay attention to your dreams. Your higher self will often try to communicate with you in your dreams. A lot of times it's through symbolism. It's always good to journal in your dreams, and if you see any reoccurring patterns or things that seem like they would be a sign, or maybe even a message, maybe even you hear a message or you see a message, you know, make sure to take note of those too. Number 5, you feel the need to be alone more. You want to spend more time in solitude, or sometimes people might be overwhelming and you feel like you want to go within more. Maybe you feel the need to meditate more, or just spend more time reflecting on what it is that you want and what your next step is, and you'll get more clarity. Sometimes you have to eliminate the distractions so you can tap in more. Being alone is essential, especially if you're in a toxic environment, or if you're around people all the time, or live with a family, or in a relationship. It's important to have solitude, and especially if you're an empath, sometimes you don't know what energy is yours and what isn't. So it's important to have that alone time so you can reflect, get clarity, and just be comfortable in your own energy. And when you're in that state, clarity and intuition and guidance will flow to you. Number 6, creative inspiration. Some people channel. I channel. A lot of my videos are channel messages. I'm tapping into energy. Sometimes it's of the collective, sometimes it's of my higher self. And I feel the need to make a video, especially my inspirational messages or intuitive messages that I do often. I feel very inspired to do those. Sometimes we can receive messages through automatic writing, maybe expressing yourself through art or music, some kind of creative outlet to express yourself. And when you're in those states, when you're in that creative state, more of the flow state, then the clarity flows to you. If you're feeling the creative inspiration, make sure to take note of that. Number 7 is feeling more drawn to divination tools. Maybe you're more drawn to pull a tarot card or to use a pendulum. And there's many different kinds of divination tools. Maybe there's a message in there for you. And when we use our divination tools, it's important to protect our energy. There are different ways to protect your energy while you do that, because you could be tapping into something that isn't your highest self. So just be mindful of that as well. You know, like I said, those messages should be more gearing you and leaning you towards your spiritual growth. And if they aren't, the energy comes off a little off and more sinister, you know, then that's not what you want to tap into. Use your discernment on that. So those are the 7 signs that your higher self is trying to get your attention. So these signs come up, make sure that you're paying attention and taking mental note or journaling so that you get the messages, so that you can tap into that intuitive guidance that is always present. All you have to do is tap in. And that's all I have for today. If you like this content, hit those like and subscribe buttons. I also have a Facebook group, Instagram, TikTok, and 2 podcasts. The links are in this video description. I also offer coaching. If you need intuitive guidance to support and motivate you on your healing, spiritual, and or self-improvement journey, my contact information is in this video description. Have a good day. Namaste.